Well, hello, everybody, and this is Rob,
Jim.
and we've got another right out of the movie reaction review of Women Talking, written and directed by Sarah Polley, based on the book Women Talking by Manitoba's own Miriam Taves. Stars Rooney Mara, Claire Foy, Jessie Buckley, Judith Ivey, Ben Whishaw, Frances McDormand, who also was a producer of this film, along with Brad Pitt, of all people, and Sheila McCarthy in an outstanding performance. Sorry, a bit of a tell there. Jim, give us your spoiler-free take on it.
Yeah, this was as advertised. It was women talking, but very potentially. I mean, it was very grim, but it took another side of it. It was what the women are going to do about this situation they're in, the abuse, the horrible abuse that they're suffering at the hands of some of the men of the colony. And it almost felt like maybe not a courtroom. We were discussing maybe not a courtroom drama, but more of a jury room kind of drama. A little bit different, though, of course. But yeah, just a really interesting, very atypical movie. I've seen some reviews that said, unlike any movie you've seen, and there's a lot of ways that that's true. But yeah, just really very compelling. What did you What did you think?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it did have a bit of the, I think you had said right in the theater, kind of a 12 Angry Men vibe, but you're right, not. You know, there's a brief moment in the film where they do actually talk about guilt and innocence, but it's not. They know their experience, and they're really going, okay, how are we going to, what's next in their lives?
Yeah.
And it was. I found it a powerful experience.
Yeah.
I mean, the smartass in me is like looking forward to Netflix is in you know how they redo the posters sometimes,
Yeah.
and it'll be the women talking and a picture of Ben Whishaw.
Yes.
You know, the one man.
Yeah.
The one man with the speaking role, and they'll focus. Netflix will say,
Yeah.
"We think you'll be interested in this."
There you go. You might also want to watch Cobra, or I don't know.
Snakes on a plane.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, I think it was a great film, and while it has, you could see that it would be a great play. It didn't feel like I'm watching a play either. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you kind of feel it's sort of claustrophobic.
Had a lot of the same beats of the play and almost some of the same breaks in, for relief, like 12 Angry Men when they go for sort of a little break, or they sort of separate out from the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or one of the characters smokes, spoiler alert, and there's a little bit of a smoke break kind of pause or recess, and those things are all, you need those, I think. Yeah. So, yeah.
One more question before we move forward. Do you think, like we're kind of discussing whether or not we, as a couple of middle-aged white guys from Manitoba, is this something we could actually really dig deep into as a couple of podcasters? Is this something maybe we kind of we take a moment, time to reflect, to take our meeting minutes, so to speak?
Yeah, I sort of was wondering about that. What do we think of women talk? Well,
I'm laughing, but it's that kind of nervous laughter of, and yeah, folks, I think that's something Jim and I are going to think about before we talk about what we're going to watch on Sunday. Sure. So you may have to stay tuned. You just have to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Women Talking may need for these two middle-class white guys to just listen.
I did want to say that the Oscar nominations are coming out on Tuesday, so it'll be interesting to see if this makes it. The cinematography, the lighting in this movie, I've heard criticism about it, but the subtleties of it are insane. It's the kind of lighting that I get accidentally. And I don't know how, like, technically, when you're inside of a dark barn and the outside isn't too bright, like that's, I mean, they're professional, cinematographers. But the whole movie is these beautifully subtle, super dark screens. I thought it was breathtaking. I thought it really kind of neat, some of the effects they got. Yeah. So the music's great and the cast is phenomenal. So. Yeah.
Was there any particular standout performance to you?
It's sort of an ensemble piece, but it's nice to see Sheila McCarthy with sort of, a later career role, and Judith Ivey, and even the kids. There's a couple of younger women that are taking part in the proceedings, and they were great. They weren't your typical central casting kids. They were really good too. So just really, really great cast. And it was nice to see the first. I stopped counting, but it was 6, 7, 8 names at the end of the movie. The first 6, 7, 8 names were all women, and then it was with Ben Whishaw. So yeah,
and then following it up with Francis McDormand, like just to make sure that he isn't this special guest star.
Yeah. But,
What was I going to ask? Myself, I think there's a couple of moments, and I believe it's Jessie Buckley who played the role, Irish actress, really kind of presented almost not a villain, but one of the antagonists.
He's the Lee J. Cobb of the jury, I think. Yeah. These people, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Truly an ensemble piece. I
It's hard to pick out one person. Claire Foy was great. Rooney Mara was different than I think I've ever seen her before.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Kind of beatific,
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think the only other thing I'm going to add before we get into See It or Skip It is I really loved the way Polley, and I suspect it was in the original text, but I haven't read the book yet, really treated these women's faith, their Mennonite, their Anabaptist tradition, with respect and maybe not reverence, but like a really subtle,
Valid.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a thing to kind of like, okay, let's deal with this, but it was treated like a valid kind of part of their decision making. Mm-hmm. So
yeah. So let me ask you this, Jim: women talking, see it or skip it?
See it.
See it. And if you're a middle-aged white man, especially from Manitoba, maybe after that, just listen.
Yes,
All right, everybody. Thanks very much for checking out this parking lot review, even though we're actually in the Tim Hortons this time. We'll again, I guess, anything else I got to say? Tune in on Sunday. We're not sure if we're actually going to be doing a deep dive of this film, but we will be talking about something. Oh, that's terrible. All right. Bye, everybody.